What's happening, y'all? We're still here in December, last month of the year, because what else is December? Why did I feel the need to say that? Y'all know what this is. I have my glasses on because I ain't feel like putting my contacts in yet. It's been a hellified week if by the time I'm recording this. So I will catch everybody up to speed probably during this. But again, I like talking to the homies from the crib, man, because I always need some Chicago flavor in my life. And this was like a brother to the homie Adalberto Rios. What up, bro?
What's going on, sir?
I'm
Down in the dumps? Yeah, I know.
yeah, I'm stupid. So
Not
yeah,
stupid. You're not stupid. Don't do that. Don't do that to yourself, brother.
it's
We
that
we've all put our hearts on our sleeves and fell short. Like that's so
yeah,
unfortunately that's part of life, brother.
fair. I'll give you that. But I think for me, the thing is it being the first time I've done it in like 7 years and like really put it on my sleeve, and the fact that you know the way everything transpired with her, because again, I wasn't ever trying to just straight up have us be together. Like that wasn't the case. I always told her that. It was just a lot of shit that played out, and then for her to tell me like, yo, she tried to get that connection with me but couldn't. And I was like, okay, that's fine, that's fair, whatever, blah blah blah. Cool with that. That happens, right? You can't make anybody feel a certain way about you.
Yeah.
I'm always okay, understandable that. The thing is, what I didn't say, and I'm glad I didn't say because we were just texting back and forth. But I'm glad I didn't say it in the text because when you texting some context and how you saying something can never be said the
Yeah.
right way. And I was like, that's fine. If I'd have known that would be, if I known you were trying to do that, that would be fine. But also, if I known you were trying to do that, I'd have probably told you don't, because I didn't have a fair shot. Because I'm watching you the whole time we're hanging out and everything. You're dealing with your ex. You dealing with your feelings of how your ex made you feel. And if you freak out when you see him, I'm calming you down from that. So ain't no way possible you can give me a genuine shot to try to connect with me when you're dealing with that on the same. You know what I'm saying? There's no way
Yeah.
possible. And so it's just like I wouldn't want, if the situations were reversed, I wouldn't put that on you like that. And again, she was like, yo, I remember we talked. And she was like, yo, she couldn't give me that what I wanted right now. And I'm like, that's fine. I said, I'm not trying to push that on you. I said, I'm just gonna keep being by your side and having your back as I've always been. I've always, I'm not gonna change that. It's just okay, cool. But then when you're the one asking me to be around me more and all these different things, then I get thrown mixed signals in a sense, and then you telling me this, and I'm like, what the? So that's why I was like, I felt stupid. I said, I'd have never felt like this if I'd have never said a goddamn thing. And so that's why I always say I feel stupid. But I was recording an episode of Black Boy Content yesterday. We recorded 2 episodes, and we did the first one. And I was like, I'm gonna tell you the difference between you, for everybody listening and don't know. I'm gonna tell you the difference between your female friends and your male friends when you're dealing with a heartbreak. Your female friends are like, oh, take the time you need. You know what I'm saying? I understand that hurts. It's got to be a healing process, et cetera, et cetera. Don't rush yourself. Don't beat yourself up, all this. Your guy friends, however, are, nigga, you got 2 more days to be sad, and that's it. I don't care anymore. Every dude, you got 2 more days. And I was like, y'all just ain't going to let a motherfucker hurt for nothing, huh? It's like, you got 2 more days. And it does. I guess the thing is like, it does still hurt. The hurt isn't as strong as it was days ago. On top of everything, you start missing little things that happen. Like again,
Yep.
us texting all. Again, we were texting all day, every day. We'd never
Yep.
hit that. We had never hit that point before, and so like you start missing those things,
Yep.
But it is what it is, man. That's enough of me and my sadness. How's everything with you, bro?
Well, let's stay on your sadness for a little bit longer before we jump to me, man.
Okay. So yeah, it's just that's you miss that, and then a lot of time like she would always ask me to come hang certain places,
Mhm.
and I'm like, I'll come. I'm like, I'm not gonna come unless you really want me to show up, because I'm not gonna try. I was told again, I'm not gonna crowd you. I'm not gonna make it seem like I'm just always trying to be in your space. So anytime I'm with you, not 9.5 times out of 10 is because you've asked me.
Yeah.
And so hearing all
Just
that,
advice, brother. I'm telling you this right now, bro. little advice from friend to friend.
yeah.
Okay, dude, take your time. Like, feel how you feel, bro. Don't let nobody tell you otherwise. But you're gonna get through it. Like, it feels dumb and stupid now, but and this is for sure. I've been there too many times. You're gonna get back on your feet when you're ready. That's all you can do.
Yeah, you're right. And I think, like I said, I think the thing is, on top of that, even though there was like never anything official between the two of us,
Mm-hmm.
because matter of fact, we were together Sunday, and we were at the Improv, and we were just because I had to come there after I had to do something, and so when I caught up with her, you know what I'm saying, we were just sitting there talking and everything like we were normally, and because I had a show in Long Beach, I had to come after my show, and so we just talking with everything, and then all of a sudden she's like, "All right, I think I'm about ready to go," and I'm like, "All right, cool." Because like she don't stay out late normally, anyways. Anytime I've noticed, she's not a late night person. Cool. So then we walk into a car, and I'm like, "What's going on?" And she started freaking out because her ex works there at the nightclub. I mean, the comedy club, and her ex got back with his quote unquote ex, like the one he said he would never. And I'm like, okay, first of all, again, I take myself out of this. I'm like, yo, I need you to figure. I get how you feel, but you got to start because you keep saying you want to be in a certain position and be here. If you're gonna see this at a point, you're gonna have to accept it. We were having those conversations, and again, this is me just trying to calm her down in the situation because again, having this anxiety attack, this and the third. But in the back of my head, I'm like, why the fuck would this bother you consistently? If you say there's zero feelings, all these different things, everything he said to you ended up being a lie, et cetera, et cetera. And you know what? I'm never trying to get that. I'm always trying to get that. I'm like, you see, he's back with the person he told you he would never be back with. That's the crazy part too. And so, deal with all that. So then it's like it's been in my head, like, yo, what the fuck is going on? And then the shit that happened, then I had the car accident Monday night.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was already just like, come the fuck on. Because now my neighbor who lets me borrow a car, who's a fucking alcoholic, by the way, I digress. Because she'll sit there like, Geico said I was stupid. I was like, Geico would never tell you that you were stupid. I was like, but whatever. Because she was drunk, trying to tell me shit. Anyway, but then Tuesday, the shit that happened with the fallout with us, when she brought a date to the holiday party. And I was like, yo. And that just broke. I guess I said I had everything going on top of each other with the car accident, with my not being able to go to my daughter, all this other shit I was dealing with. And it was just a coup de grace, and it was just like, bleh.
Yeah, because when it rains, it pours.
Poor day, man. It was a goddamn monsoon.
Like I said, brother, man, you just gotta take your time and just let yourself heal. Like that's it. Despite what everybody tells you and all that other BS, it's in this case, it's all about you. You just gotta let yourself heal. And your time.
Yeah, it just it like I said, it sucks too because even like I said, even though there wasn't anything official, it seemed for a second.
Yeah.
One of the main things I was hoping for would happen. And there was one main thing I kind of would always be hoping for. And for me, it don't sound like much to a lot of people, but to me, it was finally be in the first time in 8 years, almost 8 years, have somebody to bring in New Year's with and not just be standing there by myself looking stupid while everybody around me hugged up with somebody.
Yeah. No, dude, like there's been plenty of New Year's where I decided just to go to bed because
don't want to deal with it.
Yeah. So we've been there. I've been there, man.
So yeah, so that was, so that's really all that. And like I said, dealing with everything else and just trying to balance everything and figure out moves and like the situation with our car is fucked up. And it's like, all right, deal with that. And then it's like, all right, now I got to really try to figure out what I'm going to do for myself for a car. Cause I know, and the crazy part, she was like, I was like, hold on. I was like, look, somebody hitting me is not my fault. Number one. Number two, you said it yourself and I've never said it. It's funny because she says this shit where she said before, she was like, she said like a year ago, she was like, oh, I think my brakes might end up going out. I might need to change them. And her brakes went out. So like, yo, I think I accident may happen. Bitch, I get an accident. Can you stop speaking shit into existence? Like,
I mean, that's also something you take on when you take borrow people's cars. Like, what needs to be done that needs to be fixed? Like, are you gonna fix it
Oh,
yourself or?
but that was, you know what? That was because she had been, and I'll keep it a buck, because she had been so nice, and helpful because of letting me use the car. I've taken it in for oil changes, tune-ups, replace things because you're not driving it, I am. And it's the least I can sit there and be like, yo, your car need this, and it just be done. That would be just some ignorant
Yeah,
shit. And no, I was like, you know what? Because you've allowed me to use it,
I'm gonna help
more.
you out.
I'm gonna help you out more than you even drive it. So yes, absolutely, I'm gonna do these things. You'll be like, hey, can you drive me to the airport? And when she have to go fly places, yes, I'll absolutely drop you off. Why would I say no? The only way I'm gonna say no is if I gotta be gone or do something way earlier than you do.
Yeah.
But if not, it's okay. Can you pick me up from the airport? Of course, you're asking me to use your car. I will make concessions for that. You know, I'm never gonna be the type, to make you think, oh, I'm just using you and whatever. Like I told her, I was like, yo, because she got drunk one day and was like, I just feel you use it. I was like, wait. I said, no. Here, this is what we're gonna do. Number one, first and foremost, take these keys back. I said, once you said that, I'm done. I don't want these keys. Take these keys. Number two, I'm not using you. I've only done what you've said I can do with this car, and that's use it to go to shows. Now, the fact that shows have been daily, literally, is things. She's like, well, I never expected that. Wait, what? Okay, at what part of me telling you I'm an actual working stand-up comic did that not resonate? But so again, that's all because it makes all this darkness come up. How's everything with you?
Sometimes you just gotta get up, brother. That's what I'm saying. I'm
Oh
giving you
yeah, I
time to get
appreciate it.
it out.
No, I appreciate it. It's been a lot to get out, to say and everything. Like yesterday, I think I finally, before I had to go do everything I had to do, I think I sat here and I had the biggest verbal vent and almost biggest cry I've had.
Good.
Because it's just like I had to let it out because it's like I'll have those moments where I'll be driving or somewhere and tears will come down and I feel it and I'm like, up, let me stop this shit. And so, I allowed myself to have it finally.
Good. That's what you need, brother. Like, I know as men we're supposed to be all rough and tough and not do this or not show emotion, but you just gotta let it out, man. Because that stuff is poison to you.
Yeah, tell me about it.
But
Or was like motherfucker.
so
That's how sad I got to the point where I was like, I'm taking my pictures off Facebook.
I saw that. I was just like, I like that. Just be dark for a while. It's fine.
Uh-huh.
All that darkness is good sometimes. You just gotta get it out. And then let it go.
So yeah.
that looks as that looks at 1,000 words in itself.
But yeah, you do. I mean,
no, I get it, man. Like
15% off chill. Turn this shit upside down. Let me turn
15% off chili.
Off Chili's. No, Uber Eats notification. Catch $15 off Chili's. Huddle up for game day with $15 off chili orders of $40 or more. That's about 2 items.
I'm like, are the Bears still losing? Oh no, they're actually winning.
Yeah, they were. Were they?
It's 6-3 from what I can tell.
Who?
They haven't extra point yet.
Oh, okay, cool. Shit.
Nice, because they were losing last time I was looking at them.
I know. Last time I saw the scroll, because what I have on, because I don't have the, I don't know if they're on Fox. I'm watching the Kansas City Houston game, and so it is. Yeah, it's one of those games. It's just like because it's the only thing I got CBS on NFL, so NFL on CBS on NFL. That's how fucked up my brain has been. I've been so backwards.
No, I picked up Sling for a month so I could watch the World Cup, and so
thankfully the website that I used to watch it had the World Cup, so I watched it this morning.
Which one do you use?
Streamtowatch.com.
Oh, okay. I had to check that one
out. Stream the number 2 watch.com. And when I tell you it is a lifesaver, because like you can go specifically to what you want to do, like Sling, because it says you're in Chicago, so it's gonna give you Chicago based games. But like certain other things, like you go to certain things, they'll just give you whatever's local. And so I don't want the local Fox game unless it's Chicago's the national game.
Yeah. No, I
But
get that.
I think it is because it's Philly, and Philly's like the number one team in the league, so it should be the nationally televised game this week. But
It's on Fox, and so. But I don't need Sling to watch Bears games. I can watch that on my regular TV. Just put a tuner in.
yeah,
and that's what I do. I just watch it on regular TV. I don't need Sling for that. I just got Sling for the World Cup, and after Argentina beat France, thank God. The Bears game popped up. I was like, I'm watching this too now.
That was by far the most fairy tale ending shit that could ever happen.
Yeah, I'm so happy France did not win.
Why you say that?
I don't like France. They're snooty, think they're better than Americans. Attitude.
They do.
I'm over it.
I don't like French fries, French toast. I barely like French kissing. Like,
so, damn, I do love French toast though.
It was because it was like I was watching it, and I'm just watching these motherfuckers go back and forth. I'm like, this is before the shootout. I'm like, oh, they actually going for like, because you hear World Cup, you want to see any finals or any major sporting competition. Yeah. You want to see the two best teams.
These are the two best teams.
These literally were the two best teams in the whole fucking time. For Argentina to lose its first game and then just come back and win everything.
Yeah.
That's the crazy part.
Messi's last game too? Oh.
His last game, him scoring, him making sure he hit the first penalty shootout kick, him scoring 2 of the 3 goals.
Mm-hmm.
Like, look, Mbappe was like, yo, I'm going to go ahead and get all 3 of these real quick.
Yeah. But he's also trying to get the what's it called, the Golden Boot. So
I think he's supposed to get it, right?
It's either gonna be him or Messi, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be Mbappe because he got more.
Yeah, Mbappe will get that. Messi will get whatever the other thing is.
Because here's the thing, like one of them. So Mbappe has one more goal than Messi does for these World Cup.
Oh, okay.
But Messi has like more assists, so it's a toss up. See who gets it. Because it's also about assisting, not just the goals. So if
they go by the numbers,
yeah,
it might be Messi.
It might be Messi. It might be Messi. It might be Mbappe. So you go either way.
Because again, you put if I'm Mbappe, I'm kind of upset because I'm like, if I can win it, give it to me. But it's like, fuck, y'all really try to cap off his career with everything.
I mean, yeah, but he has more goals this World Cup, so he might get it.
Look, I just know that after watching how people, every 4 years you forget it's a thing. When it happens, and people go crazy.
Excuse me. If you want to be realistic, like out of in all of the world, this is the biggest sporting event.
Yes, it is.
I mean, I know people in America are like, yeah, that's nothing, but to the rest of the world, it's everything.
But that's how small-minded a lot of Americans are.
Yeah.
When they really think the World Cup is nothing, when it's like, yo, you don't get this. This is the world. America's so arrogant. We call our championships world championships.
Yes.
And they're not.
No.
They're not. That is a world champion.
Yes. Like, I think it's more important than the Olympics, to be honest.
Yeah. Motherfucker. Nah, people ain't got that much goddamn pride in the Olympics no more.
It's like, but like this is something. And we compete in it every 4 years. So
yeah, but we also we make it seem like, oh, the USA one-day match, they're gonna go take on this next team, and everybody's like, well, look, y'all might be happy for this one victory. Get this shit out the way. I kind of hate now when the USA is in anything in tournaments because it's all those. Look, there's patriotism to a level, and then there's extremism, which a lot of people have gone, and then this is the moment that those two cross. You know what I'm saying? And you're like, no. And I don't know, like people
I still want United States to win. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, I am too patriotic, man. It's not extremism, patriot. I want them to win. But
I don't think they could ever look. We don't train. Let me tell you something. USA players could have never. Not a player on the USA team could have gone 2 hours straight like both them teams did.
I disagree. There are some U.S. players that don't play in the United States. They play in Europe with those guys.
Okay.
So there are like last World Cup we had Howard. Howard was like one of the best goalies in the World Cup, and he plays in Europe. So
Okay.
there are U.S. players that play on the actual soccer stage, not just in Major League Soccer.
Mm.
You know, Major League Soccer, where European players come to retire.
Man, it is the Vegas for European players.
Yes, they just come here. To get an easy pay cut. Like
Easy
pay. Easy.
Y'all been drinking so much water recently, bro. I'm on my gallon days.
I got to get on the gallon days. Jesus.
Let me tell you some changes in your life. First of all,
I heard that.
Everybody, for those watching, it's one of them quick. Like when they tell you drinking water a day will help you lose weight because your body will flush itself out.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, your skin will clear the fuck up. For two, you will just start to feel lighter. And also, here's another thing for four that a lot of people want to understand. If you plan on drinking heavy in a day, if you know at night you're going to drink heavy, drink a lot of water in the day. Because if you drink...
See, me being diabetic, all I drink is water. And like flavored water. That's like all I drink.
Yeah, because it makes... Yeah, you want to have some different taste every now and then, so, of course. But like when you start drinking, you know what I'm saying? When you start drinking a lot of... Like if you get drunk at night, like I know people go out, but like all of a sudden they want to try to drink water. And I'm like, yeah, that's cool to do it then. But if you've been doing it, your body is already hydrated.
Yeah. It takes longer to get drunk.
Takes longer. Also, I love watching people. I remember when I was working at the nightclub, and I'm gonna tell you about what happened because I stopped by the nightclub last night after my show. I'm glad I haven't been there in 2.5 months. But say that. I will, you know how you watch people get blackout drunk, and what's the first thing their friends always try to do? Let me get them a bottle of water. And I'll be telling them, yo, they are past that point. Like when a motherfucker's stumbling, water ain't doing nothing no more. They gone. When they gonna need water is when they wake up. Yeah. But like you're not gonna bring them down off of where they are. No. Because like most times, the only thing I tell people, like, if you're gonna go out now, for me, this is something I started doing. If I'm going out and I know I might end up drinking a lot and just hanging out, just kicking it, I carry my liquid IV packets with me, so I can throw it in a water bottle because it's pure electrolytes and everything. And that bitch will, when I tell you, you know how motherfuckers go, you know how they have those IV clinics now? People go for hangover detoxes.
Really?
Oh, they ain't got nothing out there yet? Bro.
I'm not in that kind of circle. I don't know. They might.
No, you'll just see them. You ain't got to be in a circle to see them. I started seeing them out here and didn't know what it was. There are clinics people go to. Like there's a little, like almost like an urgent care clinic. People pay like $120 to get an IV with a bunch of electrolytes that'll take out their hangover if their hangover is that bad. Some people get like vitamin C boost, B12 boost as well, but there's one, it's particular one they do for hangovers, right? It's $120. So these bitches put this in a 20-ounce bottle of water, shake it up, drink it. It's the equivalent of the fucking thing.
Yeah.
And so I will say, look, I'm good on that. But man, so I went to the nightclub last night because I was done with my show. And I was like, you know what? I don't feel like, it was like 11 o'clock. And I was like, I just don't feel like going straight home right now. Let me just go check in, see what's going on. Because I got a rental car for a week because I was going to get a rental car anyway because I was going to have to take her car to the shop to get a hose fixed or something. But whatever. So I pull up and I'm like, oh shit, the street is empty. I can park across the street from the front door. That is not good. I know nobody's in there.
Damn.
I go in there. I talk to the dude who was at the door, new dude. It's like, okay. And he was like, yeah. It's like, man, there's pretty much nobody in here. I go upstairs. It's like 20 people there. I was like, holy shit. I was talking to the bartenders, and I told one of the bartenders, I said, because he my homie, I was like, bro, what the fuck? He was like, man, look, this is probably the busiest it's been in a very long time. I said, what? And so they used to have once a month, they used to have this Latin night called Suda Americana. Now it's run by these two sisters. And when I tell you this Latin night is so popular, bro, they do it pretty much weekly, but they do it in different spots. They were bringing in over 400 or 500 people a night when they would do it. Really? They were like, yeah, dude, it was one of those nights where it's like you want to work this night because it's not a boring club night. It's like you finna see all type of bad. You finna see people just partying, kicking it, enjoying themselves. Literally, my boy said, he was like, yo, the club fucked them over. Kept trying to argue them about money and about who they could have for bartenders and shit like that. And I was like, how do you fuck up a guaranteed bag?
By trying to make the bag fit more towards you than towards them.
And it's like they bringing in all these people because they getting the money for the event, right? That's fine. All they wanted was a couple of bottles for their tables, a couple of bottles for their tables, and I think that was it, and like maybe a bartender special. But their crowd is buying drinks like crazy.
People don't get it.
Your money is coming in hand over fist at this bar because you got people coming back. You got dudes, of course, trying to buy chicks drinks and all this. And so they just spending money. And the bartenders love working it because the bartender's making this hellified money. You fuck that. I was like, whoo.
That's what happened to get greedy. You're like, hey, I'm getting all this money. Let me spike it more in my favor. And it's like, oh, now they're gone.
And now they're gone. And that was the best thing they had. Then there used to be it was a restaurant. It was like a wing spot called Big Wings. It used to be across the street from the Federal. That place closed and another Latin joint opened, and they start getting people just coming there. Like it just started popping. And it's like, fuck, y'all have fucked up so bad where the only spot that people should have been able to come to, they still don't want to do it.
Yep. Hey, it is what it is, man. People be stupid.
Mm-hmm. So what's your plans for the holidays?
Just gonna cook, I guess. Spend time with my sister. You know.
Where's the wife?
Oh, she'll be here. I mean, right now she's wrapping some presents right now.
Oh, you just spend time with my sister. That woman should be.
Yeah. No, because like I spend it with my sister, my brother-in-law, my nephews.
Gotcha.
My wife, like just nothing big, just some small stuff. But like it's been a month, man. It's been a month.
What's going on?
Well, my wife and her dumb jokes did not help her situation. So we were walking down some stairs, and she wanted to make a joke, and instead of just walking down the stairs, she decided to look at my face, and so she twisted wrong and fell. So.
Did she break something?
Her leg. So, and then we went to like a urgent care center up some cheap one, I guess. But we went there, and they took X-rays, and they were like, "Oh, didn't see any provider, didn't see a nurse practitioner, didn't see a physician assistant, didn't see a doctor, nothing." They're like, "Well, we don't have X-ray here. She had to go over and get X-rays." So we went to the other place, got X-rays, and then they're like, "Well, we'll call you with the results." Which I'm like, come on, man! Like we're complaining about both her legs hurting, and but it's like, okay, whatever. So it's like, hey, there's a fracture here. You should go see someone. You have insurance, so good luck. I'm like, what do you mean we gotta? That's all they did. We need to go see someone. They didn't look at this. Looked at X-ray, and that was their answer. Like so. Now we're scrambling trying to find somewhere to go.
I would have just took it to the emergency room.
Can you take people to emergency rooms nowadays?
Can you take what?
People to emergency rooms nowadays? I don't know.
You go back. It's not. They're not as COVID heavy as they were.
Okay.
So it's like you can go to an emergency room. It ain't to the point where it's like you go in, you just there now. No, you can be there and you pretty much are good. But like, if you like, yo, I think she might have, you just walk in, you don't even say we went to an urgent care, like, yo, she failed and we think something might be wrong. And they're like, oh, let's x-ray. And they're like, it's broken. Hold on, we finna put this cast on. Boom.
Well, we ended up going to the University of Chicago orthopedic clinic. Mm-hmm. That was open from like 4:30 to 7 up in Orland Park.
Okay.
So we drove over there, get the last appointment. Check it. They give her X-rays, and they're like, "Hey, so we need to have you scheduled for tomorrow, so you can see one of our specialists, because this looks bad, because it broke the fibula right by the ankle, and so like the ankle sac, instead of it being tight like that, it's kind of like open like that, and they're like, so yeah, we need you to see a specialist. So we went back right next day, and they're like, "Hey, so you need surgery."
Oh shit!
Yeah, and then the best they could do was a week later. So we went in for surgery about 2 weeks ago.
And they just basically reset her foot and everything.
Yeah, they put a plate on her fibula
Yeah.
because because instead of breaking it like here, they broke it vertically. She broke it like vertically like that, so it was kind of like separated. So they had to put a
How in
plate
the
there.
fuck?
So they had to like put a plate in there and everything else. So she's been in a cast the last couple weeks
How did you break? How did?
because she was twisting when she fell. So she sprained her right ankle and broke the left fibula.
Oh, since she around this motherfucker, now they be able to really walk. Oh,
Yeah, so that's I've been helping her out for
this is the part of for better for worse.
yeah.
In
I know.
sickness and in health. That's why people get married. They be like, yeah, that's part in vows. That's part in vows right there. In sickness and in health. Yep.
Yeah. Even all for a dad joke. Not even a good one.
That's the only thing you'll keep remember is like, oh, for goddamn dad joke. Wasn't even a good one. Wasn't even a good one. You know what? If I got a chuckle out of it before you broke your shit, I'd have been okay. No chuckles.
Like it was literally like the joke, the twist, the fall. And I'm like stunned. Like, did that just happen?
You're like, wait, what? Just what? Huh? Wait, are you okay? You started asking those questions this slow. Wait, what?
Yeah.
Huh? You okay? How did this? What the fuck?
She's like, do my ankles look okay? And I'm like, yeah, that looks fine.
Had to make that face. It looks okay. Whew.
Are they swollen? No.
All of a sudden, is my leg okay? Yeah. It's just like that, just twisted. Is my leg supposed to bend that way? I think so.
Yeah, because she kept saying it's just a sprain, it's fine. I'm like, okay. And she's like, why does it look weird? I'm like, well, because here's the bone, normal bone. Right now yours is like this. And that was before the x-rays. Where he found out her bones were actually like that. She's gonna beat me up now. She's literally like right over there, like listening.
Well, you know what? This shit is recorded, so if you need a witness, it's on camera. It's on camera. So if she just comes in and goes, "What?" I'm be like, "Oh shit! Thank y'all for watching. Bye." It's just.
I think that's the one thing I say that makes her mad.
Is she gonna beat you?
Does she gonna beat me? She goes, I don't beat you. Stop telling people I'm gonna beat you. I don't beat you. Stop that.
She beats me. She beats me.
You keep saying I'm gonna kill you. I would never do that. Don't tell people that.
Anytime somebody says it like that, I would never do that. You're gonna die. You're gonna die. How did he die? In his sleep. I thought he was healthy. He did too. It's just all that you just gone. Oh Jesus, man!
I can hear it now. He just wouldn't stop eating sugar with
For
a funnel.
Right. I told him it's diabetes. Sugar's not good. He would insist on going to bed with a 5-pound bag of sugar next to him. I was like, why?
Funnel and just like funnel it in his throat as he sleeps.
Why would anyone do this? Like, oh no. Mm-mm.
Oh god, that's her.
Did that squawk?
That's not a squawk. That's a link haya.
Oh, I was like, squawk? I was like,
the haya. It's a haya.
Yeah. I gotta put back shit on my phone again. I used to have I remember the popular thing everybody used to have was the Power Rangers beep when they get a message.
Yeah. I used to have that.
Everybody had that. Like, excuse me. Yes, Zordon.
It was either that one or is it Kim Possible?
Yes, Kim Possible was always the Kim Possible is a popular one. I've had different tones. I've had the Mario Brothers, of course. What did I have? I had the Dragon Zord flute.
Everybody did. Yeah.
I've had the flute. I've had what other video game stuff did I have? I think I had Hadouken a couple times. I had Hadouken.
You ever have the Metal Gear Solid?
No,
Preep, 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 preep.
no, I've never had the Metal Gear Solid one.
Oh, that was a good one. That was a good one. Let's see. I do like the TARDIS one. The one where it sounds like the breaking.
Oh no, I haven't had that one. I had I remember having the Rock on. Okay, so they got shown the halftime score of the Bears, Eagles, Bears. So Justin Fields, he runs. So wait, y'all can't hit a fucking extra point to save your life? Is what you're telling me?
How was that the halftime score?
Oh, it's 10-6. Yeah, because they scored and they just didn't get the extra point, which really is disappointing. And then fucking the Eagles scored on Jalen Hurts ran in on an easy one. It's 10-6 Philly. I didn't know the Bears record was 3-10. That just hurts so bad to see.
Well, I think the Bears need to learn that you don't just get a good quarterback. You got to get a good quarterback and people around him to do shit.
Yes. Bro, the offensive line is terrible.
Yeah, I was watching it with Kirsty, and I'm like, you see how the offensive line just kind of splits and people just kind of rush through? That's called a bad offensive line.
That is nuts.
Oh.
Bro, Mitchell fucking Trubisky has 9 for 11 with 97 yards for Pittsburgh. It never fucking fails. The Bears have players that leave the Bears and go other places, and you'd be like, God damn.
I told you he wasn't bad. I told you he wasn't bad. I'm like, he's not the best, but he's not bad.
Fuck, man.
Told you that.
I didn't want to agree with that. I don't want to agree with no shit like that. That Mitchell Trubisky's okay court. Who the fuck wants to agree with that?
You we need targets. We need runners. We need defense. We need
to spend money. And the Bears never spend money.
No Chicago team does.
I was just
White Sox lost to Brave for that exact same reason.
I was just saying no Chicago team spends money. We're too busy on trying. We're stuck on the belief of we can build from the ground up. The last time we spent any type of semblance of money was when we put together the fucking team for the Bulls. I think that was it. Because they built the Blackhawks team from the ground up.
They did.
They built the Blackhawks team. They spent money for the Bulls. And that was the last time.
The Cubs spent money.
I mean, yeah, they had. I mean, yes.
The Cubs. No, the sad thing about the Cubs is probably one of the only teams in Chicago that spends the money and still can't win a championship.
Yeah. I mean, they won that one.
Yeah, but then they bombed it since.
Yeah, because it was like, all right, so we ain't got to spend no more money, do we? Because no, they would instead of spending the money, they would rather use the money to try to make Wrigleyville look like something else. It's not. And have you seen Wrigleyville recently?
No, I haven't been over the while, but I know it looks magnificent. Dude, they got rid of their best players.
Yeah.
So now they're doing that. We don't need to spend money bullshit now because they got rid of everybody that was good. Like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, because they put all the money in the new buildings that they built behind on fucking Clark Street.
Because the Ricketts aren't about baseball; they're about real estate.
Yes, and no one seems to realize this.
The Ricketts are a real estate company.
Yes, they bought a team that was in a place that was primed to be able to say, we're going to buy out all these bars.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to buy out all these bars and just make a bunch of real estate. And when you did that, you took the history and what made Wrigleyville so perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And you changed it.
Sad.
It's fucking sad.
I mean, you could tell I'm a massive White Sox fan, but what they did to the Cubs is criminal.
Look, if you would have told me the Ricketts bought fucking the Sox from Reinsdorf, right? And all of a sudden around 35th and all that, they put up a bunch of different new shit. I'd be like, that deserves it.
It does. They have nothing over there.
I would say that deserves it. But then I got to look at what Wrigleyville was a neighborhood.
Mm-hmm. It had life. It had history. It had passion.
It had
just
soul.
Generic.
It had soul.
Yep. I'm telling you, man, there's a bunch of Cub fans that are sitting there telling you we're full of shit, but whatever.
Dude, I know the people who Remember the whole thing about the rooftops
Oh, yeah.
where once the Ricketts took over, they was like, nah, we putting screens up. You bitches ain't finna just sit on your rooftop. Like, no, this was a part of the history. People had those buildings. They lived there. They sit on the rooftop, watch the games.
You know why they did that, don't you? They
No.
went to buy out all the rooftops, and when they refused to sell the rooftops, that's what they put on the billboard.
Oh.
That's why they're in certain areas, but in other areas, because they brought those rooftops out. All those cheap rooftop parties people used to have, now they cost money. But hey, it is what it is.
You know, we always think, oh man, this is how you gonna make a better team and blah 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 blah. Or this is how you kill a fucking.
You want to make a better team? Spend your money on your team.
On your team.
I'm not saying do some outrageous contracts that are completely bankrupt you like the Yankees do, but spend the money.
Well, that's because the Yankees, these motherfuckers are funded by the federal government. It seems like the Yankees can spend money. They spend dumbass money on players.
Yeah.
To not win shit.
I mean, they put a cap on it, and they still exceed the cap and pay the fine on it.
They pay the tax fine. They be like, "Fuck it, we'll pay it.
Make it rain, brother."
That's literally like, yo. That's what I'm like. You can't tell me they aren't. I'm like, yo, they are literally funded by the federal government. That's the only way you can tell me the Yankees are able to keep doing that. Because there is not a single team where its owner is gonna be like, no, we're not gonna keep paying these fines out. They don't give a fuck.
And it's the opposite. Chicago teams, they clench their butthole when it comes to spending a dollar. Yankees, you're just making it rain.
It's a New York state of mind. You know, that's a team that just, when your revenue source to spend comes from so many different places that people can't even question. Because if you start asking too many questions, you'll be like, what happened to him? He asked too many questions. What was he asking questions about? Are you asking questions? And you just let it go. You're like, you know what?
Hey, they're building a new building over there. Where did Steve go? Steve's in the foundation now, brother.
Steve's a part of the building now.
Do you wanna keep asking questions about Steve? Because I can take you to Steve.
That's another thing. I think there's Chicago, and for those watching, Chicagoans understand this. There are a lot of people in the foundations of the best buildings you've ever thought of. Okay, you don't realize this. There are a lot of bodies in concrete. Okay,
yeah,
that is why another reason Chicago is a very heavy mob town. People don't realize that. People think that shit. Huh?
Well, he's still a mob town. It doesn't feel like it anymore. Feels corrupt, but it don't feel like a mob town.
Its corruption is on a different level now. Like the mob, it was direct mob. You know what I'm saying? We knew what it was. Like the last direct mob ties we had was the Dailies.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We knew that, but then it had to shift another way. And when you see all them buildings go up, somebody was like, "All right, so you don't want to give me these permits? All right, bro."
I'm just saying, like when I think Day left because he knew his connections were gone.
I mean, last day was like, you know what? I'm out. I'm done.
He was making missteps left and right at that point.
You know what? I'm done. Last thing he did was make that skate park.
Yeah.
That Jane Byrne skate park over there by Lakeshore Drive. It's the last thing he did.
I mean, because think about it. They sold the schools. They sold the parking. They sold everything. Like nothing's what's public anymore. Everything's private parking.
Yeah. That's why they hate a park. That's why all the empty lots that people would use that park. Like, no. We're gonna turn it. We're gonna turn it. You're gonna turn it to parking. We're gonna make a parking garage here or something like that. Now you're not gonna use this to make your own lot and money off of that. Fuck this.
That's what I'm saying. But before, mobsters come in and take a lot. Easy peasy.
Yeah.
But like even the paid parking, the boxes, that's all private.
Yeah, that's all private too. Yeah.
Like he sold everything. Like it's like he had to sell everything and then leave. That's he sold everything out and left.
And then the deals that he sold it for, it ain't those deals that's like 10, 20 years. He sold shit for 100 years. He sold shit.
To get out.
Yo, he sold shit that goes generational.
Yeah.
Like if you own parking meters, that's crazy. The two biggest things you could ever own is a parking garage. And if you ever wanted to make money, that's why I get why people don't make little lots and make parking. That is guaranteed money no matter what. Yeah, your lot may fill up and you might have 30 cars. Let's say you hold 40 cars at $25. That's almost $1,000, right? That's $1,000 right there, right?
Yep.
That's when it's filled. But you got to remember, cars gonna keep coming in and out. And so that's one night. And let's say you running you on a weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And then if it's a special event, you can dude. I remember I'll use LA real quick, and then I gotta get ready to wrap this up. Bro, went to Comic-Con just because it was Comic-Con. The parking lots that were normally $20 jumped they shit to $50.
Because they could.
And people paid it.
I'm saying, dude, this is Chicago in Christmas time. That Magnificent Mile. How much money the park you making right now?
Oh my God, oh my God.
Right.
You want to go shopping on the Magnificent Mile? You want to make it easy? You want to not have to worry about your car parking in this lot? How much is it? $40.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna go on park. Fuck that.
See what I'm talking about? Daily sold it and got the fuck out.
I mean, that's what you're supposed to do, though. Let's be honest. If you're gonna be part of corruption and all that shit, you're not supposed to get greedy. Get your last bit, step away. I'll step on back. Because I want to see what the city does with Lightfoot.
She's trying. I don't see nobody's giving her any inch though.
But also, who's gonna be her? Who's gonna run up against her? Because that always becomes the problem. When you start having all these different candidates trying to run against one person, nobody's gonna be there's none of them are gonna get that one particular vote, right?
Nope.
So it makes it easier for Lori Lightfoot to just be like, I'm already here.
Yeah. I'm voting for life for Lori, so I don't care. She's been doing some good stuff, I think. Especially in the South Side down here.
Well, that's because people hate the fact she's a former cop.
Yeah. Well, not just that. She's open with her status.
Yeah, she's openly gay. She's an open lesbian. She dresses like your uncle.
Yeah. And she's not afraid to stand up to you and say to go F yourself.
And they don't like that. They're like, yo, you're supposed to be docile.
Yeah. Not just that. But they want her to keep her focus on like downtown and in the good areas, and she's starting to come out like she's going to the South Side, she's going to those bad parts of the North Side. Nobody wants.
She understands that the city is more than what the city tries to portray itself to be.
Yeah,
the city is more than downtown, the West Loop, Lincoln Park, the North Shore, all that shit. The city is more than that. She knows if
you want to keep the city running, you got to get the people from down here who working down there to keep that stuff going down there. If there's no transportation to get people to work, Chicago shuts down. And that's part these rich people don't understand. They just try to keep it to the point where it's like we got to keep them down there and keep these people over here. And well, those
oh my god, it's getting so dangerous at the Loop. Did you hear what kept happening on Chicago and State by the McDonald's? Everybody's known about what happens on Chicago and State by the McDonald's. That's nothing new.
No.
That's not when I keep hearing, I see people talk about them like, yo, I don't know where the fuck y'all have been, but it has always been known that Chicago and that McDonald's there on Chicago State is one of the most dangerous fucking places to be.
Yeah.
It is just as dangerous as being by 26 in California by that Popeyes at night.
You mean by the county? Yeah.
Right by the county.
Right by the county.
So like when people be like, oh, it's getting dangerous. No. It's not getting shit. But listen. Man, we can have these bro. Thank you. I needed this.
You're welcome.
I needed this. Tell people how they can find you. And send
if you're looking for me, you can find me at Twitter and Instagram at Pyro.
In case sends him well wishes in case his wife beats him. But
don't do that. Don't say that, man. Sure.
I'm joking. I'm scared again. Wait.
You know she listens to every one of these.
I know she does. But the fact you got so scared, please. In the face you did, like I ain't never seen nobody do
the I'm dead. Okay.
All right, y'all know why, man. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Don't go nowhere. I'm out.